For this trip to Hokkaido in Japan, I spent my first day in Sapporo. On the second day, I took the Nonoke's shuttle bus to the resort. It's about 2.5 hour drive, with a lovely 1 hour break in between. I stayed at Nonoke's for 2 nights, a 3-day, 2 nights getaway with half board included, meaning both breakfast and dinner were provided. Honestly, that was more than enough. The restaurant is massive, featuring a stunning floor-to-ceiling glass wall that looks out over the lake and the mountains. It is, without a doubt, the most beautiful breakfast view I have ever seen. Sitting by those windows, enjoying a meal with such vast selection of food was pure bliss. The breakfast here is primarily Japanese style, which is quite unique. They even serve ramen, handmade nigiri, and of course, fresh sashimi. For drinks, besides the usual juices, they offer freshly squeezed apple juice. And since Hokkaido is world famous for its milk, they provide 3 different types. One that is rich and creamy, a low-fat option, and one right in the middle. I tried all of them, and they were all delicious. Another highlight was the seafood. Adding fresh salmon and pouring over that savory broth was just heavenly. But my absolute favorite has to be the soft serve ice cream. It's incredibly smooth and, most importantly, not too sweet. The sweetness is just perfect. In my opinion, it's the best I have ever had. I completely ignored the risk of gaining weight and ended up having 3 cones in one go. The Nonoke's resort by Lake Toya is most famous for its stunning floor-to-ceiling windows. Whether you are in your room or at a restaurant, you are treated to a breathtaking view of the lake. But the real highlight is the rooftop hot spring. Imagine soaking in the warm water while gazing at the beautiful lake and the mountains. I was there at 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning to witness the peaceful morning scenery, and returned at dusk to see the sky filled with beautiful pink clouds reflected on the water. Even at night, it was magical with the distant lights and the starry sky. One of the most unique things is how close you feel to nature. You can see seagulls flying past or hear the crowds calling in the evening. Whether it's the onsen, the room, or the dining hall, every view here is simply spectacular. When I was planning how to get here, I was so lucky to find out that the resort offers a shuttle bus directly from Sapporo Station. It saved me the trouble of navigating trains or paying for an expensive taxi. The shuttle bus is only 1,000 yen per person, so a round trip is just 2,000 yen. Super convenient. I also debated between a one night or 2 night stay. In the end, I choose 3 days and 2 nights to keep a slower, more relaxed pace. Since the shuttle bus departs at 1:30 p.m. and doesn't arrive at the hotel until 4 o'clock p.m. on the first day, and the return bus leaves at 10 o'clock a.m. on the last day. A 2 night stay is definitely the best choice. It gives you enough time to truly soak into the scenery without feeling rushed. Hokkaido is famous for its dairy, and even though the breakfast is an all-you-can-eat buffet, I try to stay mindful. I had the fresh Hokkaido milk, local yogurt with seasonal fruits, and of course my favorite milk soft serve. It was such a satisfying and blissful meal. The resort also provides traditional Japanese etiquette, cozy pajamas for the room, and elegant yukatas for onsen visits or dining. Being fully immersed in Japanese culture like this is a true luxury. The fast-paced life I am used to suddenly slowed down here. Everyone smiles at one another, simply soaking in this beautiful cultural space. I feel incredibly lucky and happy to experience this. Another highlight of their breakfast is the ramen. They actually serve it during both breakfast and dinner. Since I am a huge ramen lover, I couldn't resist to end up having 3 bowls. You can customize it to your liking with toppings like seaweed or green onions. It was the perfect way to start my morning. Although Nazoka's is a premium resort, considering the breathtaking view and lavish health board meals, it's truly worth every penny. It's the kind of place I would love to bring my family back to. Although this is a premium resort, the price is far below the resorts back in my country. In a place like this, you lose the urge to scroll through your phone. The shifting clouds and the ripples on the lake are far more captivating than anything on a screen. It feels amazing to just disconnect from work for a while. 一つください. What I love about this resort is that despite having many guests, the space is so well designed that it never feels crowded. The staff are generally warm, which adds a special touch to the whole experience. When you eat in silence and with focus, You can truly feel the essence of every single bite, without the distraction of conversation or your phone. You simply immerse yourself in the flavors and the peaceful atmosphere. No chatting, no scrolling through your phone, just you, the taste, and the tranquility of the moment. After working for so long, we sometimes forget how to actually live. Being here, I've realized that luxury isn't about the price tag of the hotel. It's the luxury of being able to waste time, doing nothing, and just having a conversation with the scenery. Because in these quiet moments, I can finally hear my own voice. The stillness of Lake Toya seems to iron out all the anxieties I have been carrying lately. Alright, after these 3 ice cream cones, I'm definitely going back to my running and yoga routine to weight loss. The rooms here are incredibly spacious. There's a cozy little living area where you can sit and admire the breathtaking lake view. The bed is also so soft and comfortable. It feels like being wrapped in a warm embrace. The staff here are incredibly polite and always have a warm smile on their face. They truly make you feel at home, creating an atmosphere that is both welcoming and deeply comfortable. If you have some extra time, I highly recommend taking to a boat tour. That's a cruise that takes you around Lake Toya, with departures roughly 1 hour. Near the hotel, there's also a beautiful lakeside park. I saw some people enjoying a peaceful stroll or a morning run there. And for those who love shopping, there's a pharmacy nearby where you can pick up all your favorite Japanese cosmetics and medicines. Here you can truly think slow, walk slow, and just take your time. Everything moves at a gentle pace, making you feel incredibly relaxed. To be honest, I initially expected a bustling on-sun street line with souvenir shops and cute boutiques full of Japanese crafts. However, I discovered that there isn't really a traditional shopping street around here. Instead, the best spot for shopping is that local drugstore. I spent over an hour there picking out items. Since there weren't many customers, it was such a calm, quiet, and happy experience to just take my time and shop in peace. As for my haul from the drugstore, my main goal was to restock on sunscreen. I picked up 4 different brands and colors of tinted sunscreens, which are great because they give me a natural glow, so I don't even need to wear makeup when I head out. I also got a sun stick, which is so convenient for touch-ups while I am outdoors. You just glide it on, and it keeps your hands from getting sticky. I also grabbed 3 jars of horse oil cream for my mother. It's such a classic, since my eyes tend to get dry. I bought 5 different types of eye drops, including some specifically for dry eye relief. Lastly, I couldn't resist the Hokkaido Limited lavender and the melon face mask. Imagine relaxing with a mask on while smelling that fresh lavender or sweet melon scent. It is a pure bliss. People often ask me how I find time to make videos with such a busy career. At this stage of my life, traveling is not about ticking off landmarks. It's about reclaiming the self that gets lost in a packed schedule. During these few days at Lake Toya, I realized that true luxury is not the 5-star hotel, it's the freedom of not having to check emails or look at reports. Whether you are in your 20s, 30s, or approaching 50 like me, don't forget to give yourself some white space. During my stay at Nono Case, I learned that even just watching a seagull fly by can be a meaningful gain. If your heart feels a bit crowded lately, plan a slow trip to Hokkaido for yourself. My suitcase might be stuffed with sun cream and horse oil, but I'm already dreaming about which season I should come back to Hokkaido. The hotel provides lovely little snacks in the room. Brewing a cup of hot tea and sitting by the sofa, watching the sunlight sparkle on the lake, is that moment. The world feels so quiet. The stillness is exactly what I crave most in my busy life. Back to my hometown. I started this channel just to record my life. Thank you for listening to me. Share these little moments of beauty. The air in Hokkaido is truly different. It has a faint coolness and a scent of greenery. With every breath, I feel my lungs are being completely purified. Even though it is spring, there's a slight chill in the breeze that keeps your mind feeling incredibly sharp. After spending half my life training my brain to be efficient, I forgot that the body is actually the most honest. As I soak in the warm, hot spring and feel my pores slowly opening, I realize how tense my shoulders have been all along. Here, the body learns to let go, and the heart follows, becoming light once again. In the concrete jungle, our sense often becomes dull. But at Lake Toya, the chill of the breeze on my cheeks, the sweetness of the fresh milk, and even the distant cries of seagulls becomes so vivid. It feels wonderful to rediscover my five senses and truly feel alive again. I used to walk fast and my heart always raced because I was afraid of missing reports or market trends. Now I'm trying to slow down my pace. I have realized that when you walk slowly, you actually see more of the scenery. Life is not a 100-meter sprint. It's a stroll meant to be savored. For my 49th year, this slow trip is my gift to myself. I no longer strive for positivity every single minute. Instead, I allow myself to waste time here. Only when the body relaxes does the soul have space for new beauty. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. Please subscribe or like if you like this video.